Hello, 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 what's up people of the internet, and it's me, Derek3139, back again with another YouTube video, and today we're trying something new. This is a brand new series I'm going to be doing on my YouTube called Ideas for Mojang, for them to add to the game. I've been playing this game for a super long time, and I feel like I have gotten a little bit of like a sense of things I want to see in the game, so that's what this series will be about, me just speaking, blabbering on and on about features I would like to see in the game. And one of the features I feel like should be added to the game, and is already kind of added, but I feel like can be improved upon, is the feature of raids. Specifically, I feel like there should be a different type of raids for villages other than pillager raids. And what I would suggest is they tackle zombie raids. But you may be like, Dark, how would zombie raids start? First of all, zombie raids are already in the game. It has a random chance of happening every night. Randomly, there's like a tick or a counter that will like randomly go off and spawn like a horde of zombies outside your villages. It will go in there, but usually there's no like pizzazz or anything special about these zombie raids. It's just like, oh damn, there's like 10 zombies outside my village now, you know? Which I feel like they can improve upon and really add more character to the raid mechanic. Which we have ominous bottles now, and ominous bottles can be used two way: in the trial ruins to make an ominous trial, or in a village to start a raid. Well, I feel like there should be a third option. If you drink ominous bottles at night and go into a village, it won't start a pillager raid, but instead it will start a zombie raid. Alright, henceforth distinguishing the two, because this will like help you be like, oh, do I want a zombie raid or do I want a pillager raid, you know? Both of them will come with unique items. If you want totems of undying, of course go in the daytime, and like, yeah, pillagers are all cool and fine though. But let's say you're getting tired of totems of undying and you're getting tired of the pillager raids and you want to spice it up, then you just pop one of these, walk into a village at night, and it will start a zombie raid. And you may be like, Dark, that's boring. Just having a bunch of zombies, waves of zombies come into the village, that's gonna be like too easy, too boring, you know? Which I agree with. That's why there won't only be zombies, but there'll be other creatures. Alright? What other creatures we may have? Damn, I spawned them all here, but they despawn. I suggest first we get zombies, but not normal zombies. Depending on the level of the ominous bottle, depending on the level of that omen, you may get anything to normal based zombies all the way to diamond, like armor based zombies. Same mechanic as raids, like zombies won't only drop rotten flesh, but they will also drop freaking like emeralds or like random things a zombie picked up, enchanted tools and such, you know? So you can get some quick armor if you want to do a zombie raid. Alright, and that's wave 1. In wave 2, we'll start seeing these zombie horsemen. And again, the zombie horsemen will have armor also, will also have swords and a bunch of other things. And I feel like the zombie horsemen are cool. Hold up, let me turn down the noise. I feel like the zombie horsemen are cool because to this day we have yet getting a use for the zombie horse, and we can't even find them in survival. So I feel like a cool way to implement the zombie horses would be in these zombie raids, and it could be one of the main focus of someone doing a zombie raid. Oh, I got an ominous bottle. Yeah, I can do it in the daytime and get a totem of undying, but I do really want a zombie horse. Alright, so you can also be like, you know what, we'll grind, we'll chill, and we'll grind out a zombie raid. Fun fact, I also feel like they should give you the option of like being able to, if you have a zombie horse, shearing it, or waiting a few days and then get the option to shear it to make it into a skeleton horse. Because skeleton horses right now are super hard to find. So if you get a zombie horse through a zombie raid, you can hit it with some shears, and then bing bada boom, rotten flesh would drop on the ground and you get a skeleton horse. Same thing goes for zombie horses. They can go underwater, blah blah blah. And I feel like an added bonus is if you're on a zombie horse, zombies should just leave you alone. So I think that's cool. And for added spice as like rare enemies, you should be able to see chicken jockeys. Chicken jockeys will spawn, I want to say wave 3 or 4. They'll spawn in a horde of 3, and these guys are menaces on the field. They can also spawn with armor and swords, and I can see like people really having a hard time with this. Plus, this can be a surefire way to get the super rare chicken jockey disc, because these guys are already a pain in the ass to find. So if you could get like at least a 50-50 chance of getting them in a zombie raid, I can see a lot of people being like, damn, I want to do a zombie raid in the chance of getting that chicken jockey, alright? And finally, for the final thing that the zombie raid's gonna spawn, and this will be a for sure thing at the end of every zombie raid, I think a giant should spawn. Hear me out. I think it would be cool to have a giant spawn and give it a new AI that allows it to do a stomping attack that rises zombies from the ground. Imagine this: you killed like 5 waves of zombies, and then all of a sudden your screen starts to shake, and next thing you know, you see this massive zombie either come out of the ground or spawn in the distance of the village, not that far off, you know? And you just looking at this massive zombie, and it slowly walks to you, but the longer it survives, the more zombies it will spawn, so it causes a threat, you know? Like, you need to take this thing out now, or it's gonna keep spawning zombies, and it's gonna overwhelm you and hurt your villagers, alright? So it literally, I think it's cool. I think it's a cool concept, I really think, because the threat isn't the giant itself, the threat is the zombies it's spawning, you know? You don't have to make it super fast or make it super strong. I do believe the giant, if it hits you, it should do like a load of damage. But I also believe the slow and steady giant, the giant shouldn't be the main threat. The giant summoning a horde of zombies as long as it's alive should be the main threat. And the longer the zombie is alive, the more like difficult the zombies it's spawning is like getting. So at the beginning it might spawn like 2 or 3 zombies, but if it's alive for a long time, it's gonna be spawning zombies in full enchanted iron armor in the buttloads. So it will really like kick your ass in gear to be like, yeah, we need to kill this thing right now before it overwhelms us, you know? And I feel like that's an added bonus. And you may ask, what do we get out of this? I feel like the giant zombie should always drop diamonds. I feel like it's a nice nod to like a bunch of other mods, like the John mod, that the giant zombie always remind me of the giant John. So I feel like they should drop diamonds, not too many, like 5 to like 3 diamonds to get you started. And also I feel like it should have a chance of dropping a custom banner like pattern, which is the zombie banner pattern, because we already have one for creepers, we already have one for skeletons. I feel like it's only fair that we have one for zombies, because we even have one for piglins, I'm pretty sure. So let's get a zombie banner pattern, and yeah, that would be awesome. And I also feel like it should drop. There's 2 ways they can do this. One, after the king zombie is dead, they should add a little crown to the giant zombie so he can be the king zombie. But after you slain the giant zombies, there should either be a villager that now spawns in the village, or the giant zombie should give you an item that you can craft into a block and put it in your village, and that will summon in the headhunter villager. Alright, the headhunter villager is finally our prayers answered to like, oh, I have all this rotten flesh, I have all this gunpowder, I have all these spider eyes, but there's no use for them. The headhunter villager is basically your mob drop villager. It will give you emerald, tools, and other things for mob drops. Let's say you bring it like 50 rotten flesh, it will give you like some emeralds, you know? And you may be like, Dark, the clerics already do that, but like, I feel like the headhunter villager would be more like for that, and it wouldn't always trade you emeralds. Maybe it would trade you some like smite for the zombie infestation, or Bane of Artrabot Paws. Like, it's literally your one-stop shop of like, okay, I have a bunch of mob drops, like bones, spider eyes, useless things. I want to get rid of them fast, but like clerics, they don't always have. The headhunter villager will always have, okay, rotten flesh, bones, give it all to me, I'll handle it. And I feel like that would be cool. Plus, I feel like the headhunter villager should be the only villager to actually fight back. I feel like he should be able to like walk around much like a pillager. I feel like it should be a mix between a pillager and a villager. He should have the villager appearance, but the normal like villager skin color, you know? And I feel like he and the Iron Golem should defend the village at night. Also adding an extra, ooh, he's defending at night. And I feel like that would be cool. Alright, and if you agree with my statement or you have any like critiques or anything you would add, please leave them in the comments below. I've been yapping for a straight like 10 minutes non-stop, and yeah, I try to get through this as fast as humanly possible. Like always, I hope you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and like always, stay cool, stay safe, stay awesome. Tell me what you guys thought of my idea. See you guys. Peace out and bye.